Hey guys, hello. Anna, Heart of Magic Guarantee here. I welcome you every day on my today on and every day, yeah, on our channel. Um, yeah, today I'm on the right link, right? Today we will talk. I have special guest, and we will do an update on a situation in Ukraine, war situation in Ukraine, give you some news that probably Western news didn't tell you, and you will hear from the uh, first word um, from Ukrainian man who is very dear to my heart, and I already talked to him before on our channel. It's my brother. So guys, be please active. We prepared our points to share, our information as well. We will be answering your questions. So you're welcome to ask anything you want uh, um, according to our topic today. So before I invite, say hi so I can know, guys, that you can hear me, see me good. Yeah. So before I will invite in studio my brother, I just want to show you a short video of him and his family, just so you can see what beautiful life we had in Ukraine. Hi, just before war started. Anna's bro Denis is our special guest today. Thank you, Joseph. Okay. So let's watch this short video. It's right here. And in a few seconds, come back. Yeah, it's very heart-touching video, right? So you're welcome, Denis. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
hello. Denis, big fan of fish, fishing and nature.
Nature and river and small travel with floating boat.
And it's beautiful nature in Ukraine, and it's really cool, fulfilling stuff to do. Yeah, in
Yes,
Ukraine.
but I don't know when we can repeat our traveling because the regions where was Russian soldiers, it's very dangerous to walk on the river, to walk on the forest, because there are too many mines and something weapons has left by Russian soldiers. So we can put on dangerous in 1 year after finishing this war, I think. So we cannot next several years to take part in something same river, maybe Psol, maybe Vorskla river, Ukrainian. It's my favorite Ukrainian river, so I will need to go to another part of Ukraine. Not my favorite, because it will
Yeah,
be dangerous.
the life of Ukrainians people forever changed. That's for sure, in
Yes,
many
but
different ways.
it's not a problem in the context of all our tragedy today, all this nightmare that
Tragedy.
happen right now in Ukrainian cities and villages.
That's true. So, guys, Denis almost got his helmet and body jacket, bulletproof, body jacket, and he wants to say something.
Yes, guys, thank you very much. I don't know, my gratitude has no limits. How can I tell you how much I feel this support from you. It's very important for us, for all Ukrainian people. But as for me and my father, we are already bought the helmet and protection body jacket, 2 pieces, and we just waiting for delivery. So I think we close this needs of me and my father. The next donation, if you want, it's just for humanitarian purpose, and Anna is organize the humanitarian missions. So just for us, for me and my father, it's okay. We are already have the body armor and defense.
Yeah.
So we are just waiting for delivery. I think next week, or maybe even this week, it will be okay.
Yeah, I think this week, actually today, they sent one helmet was donated and another we bought. So it's
Yeah, a few people, several people. I don't know how much people. Every person has had donate some money, and one policeman from Los Angeles, his name is Nelson. He sent money to me directly, and I really too many thanks. I speak English just a little. I'm sorry for mistakes and for slow mo. I
it's
My
okay.
English is not so good, but
You have very
I really grateful to all people who take part in this mission to support us in our mission to fight with Russia.
Yeah, we're really grateful for you, all of guys who, not only responds to Denis, but, needs, but also to, to all Ukrainian people, because we do humanitarian support, buying like the most, needed stuff like medicine, food, and delivery to hot point. And actually, we will going to do update on Wednesday with Eldar on we have some new information on humanitarian help. Is it possible that the Russian are withdrawing to buy themselves extra time, a stronger comeback? Joseph, I need help with this,
Yeah, I understand this question from the guy next door.
Mhm.
Yes, you are right. But it's 50-50. Maybe comeback will be in another region near Donbass, near Donetsk and Lugansk city. So they came out from Kiev region and go through Belarus and through Russia, near Belgorod, Voronezh, and come to south and eastern region to make the quantity of soldiers too much. For example, they cannot make a strong strike to Kiev with 150,000 of soldiers, and 150,000 of soldiers is situated in Donetsk region. But if they left 150,000 soldiers from Kiev to Donbass, to Donetsk region, they will have 300,000 people, soldiers in Donetsk region, in Mariupol region, Kherson region, Nikolaev, and so on. So I think it will be Putin need some victory. They to put it to election to people in Russia. So people, do you see we are Victorians? We have some part of Ukraine, for example, southern part, Odessa, Nikolaev, Kherson, Mariupol, and so on. We have another way, not from Caucasus region by the bridge to Crimea. We have new connection with Crimea from по суше, да, сухопутный.
Land connection, yeah, to the Ukrainian.
Land way. Yeah. Yeah. So, and Putin has time up to May 9, because 9 of May, it's the data of victory in the World War II. If World War II has finished in the September 2, 2 сентября.
2nd September.
2nd September, yes. But for Soviet Union, it was finishing on May 9, and it's one of the most important holiday in all the Soviet countries that was in Soviet Union, especially in Russia.
Especially in Russia, that's right.
Yeah. So I think it will be the great battle in the triangle between Zaporozhye city, Vuhledar city, and Izum city in Kharkov region. Is in this triangle. In next 3 weeks, I think it will be the main battle of this war.
Denis, this question: Russian soldiers have been withdrawing from which cities? Why?
Withdrawing — это отступать, правильно?
Да.
Russian soldiers have been withdrawing from the city near Kiev city. It's small cities like, every, like Los Angeles has a Palo Alto or something like this. So it's some city like Palo Alto near Los Angeles. It's named Irpin, Bucha, and Gostomel. It's about 18 kilometers from Kiev, 20 kilometers from Kiev, 25 kilometers from Kiev. It was two vectors to attack Kiev. From this side is Irpin, Gostomel, and Bucha, and from this side from another side of Kiev city, it's city satellites of Kiev. From another side, it's Brovary and Borispil, and this one from Chernigov region. And from this side, it's western side. Those soldiers have came through Belarus, through region of Chernobyl and River Pripyat, and they go back to Belarus.
And why you think they go back to? Because if they have planned to use chemical, or it just because they really try to get into Donetsk? What's your thoughts on that?
I think for Putin it's a win-win situation, because they cannot still be there, because they cannot live there in Irpin and Gostomel. They are проигрывают там. They are
lose there
on this direction. So if they stay in Irpin, Gostomel, and Bucha, they will be dead. From another side, from another hand, if they will withdraw to Belarus, they can add to another group of soldiers on Donbass, and they will try. They have opportunity to try to get Donbass region with 250, 200,000, 205,000 or 300,000 soldiers.
Okay, Denis, if we imagine that all these forces, in a Donbass area, and he do their, like normal war, but if he can be not like very tricky and foxy and just take over Kiev with biological, if it's possible, or what do you think on that?
I don't understand the question.
Давай я на русском скажу.
Кратко по-русски,
да. Если вот он переведет сейчас все свои силы в Донецк, может ли такое случиться, что в Киев он просто возьмет химическим оружием, биологическим оружием? Просто вот так нечестно.
I hope it not happen. Something like weapon of
chemical or biological.
chemical or biological or nuclear weapon. I hope, but no one can know what in the head of Putin.
Madman.
Yes, yes. So if they, for today, Russia has the last one civilian right. It's one. It's Russia represented at now in the Union of United Nations. Yes, if they will try to use biological or chemical weapon, they lost this chair too in Union of United Nations. It's Organization of United Nations. It's
Yeah.
last one civilian role of Russian Federation. So I think, and the second one, notate, it's the purpose
Second
of
point. Yeah.
chemical or biological weapon. It's to make dead civilian people, and Putin will have some problem with объяснение,
Which to explain to Russian
to
people.
explain to Russian on TV why we do that. Using chemical weapon to soldiers, to Ukrainian soldiers, it's
It's okay for him. Yeah.
it's not reason for Putin. It's not. It have no reason because soldier can get something defense and something mask and something special equipment to defense from chemical weapon, and just a civilian will be dead. So it's will be too difficult to explain it to Russian citizens.
I think Putin has proven that he is capable of crossing every possible boundary. The red button included. Putin has ulterior motives, and he will do anything for his own legacy. Uh,
I agree with the guy next door. I understand this question. I agree. So
Чтобы войти в
we,
историю, он сделает все, что возможно.
we need to understand that Putin have no right to get back, to make a step down, to lose. So he really will be готов, ready to anyone, include the red button and nuclear weapon, but not for today, not for right now. They have a battle in Donbass region. It's very big battle. It will be maybe like Kurskaya Duga in World War II, like in масштаб.
In the scale of
In the scale of this battle. So he hope, I think, for the victory in this battle on Donbass region, and if they will win, it will be enough to get Russian people victory and no need to use nuclear weapon. And after these 3 weeks, if they will lost, in this case, we can we can think about nuclear weapon. It will be real damage.
To summarize what Denis said, that basically there is no chance that Putin will be happy with losing. Yeah. So if he will have chance to win, at least cut part of territory of Ukraine, it's enough to represent Russian people as their, as they win. But if he will lose even in a this south part of east part of Ukraine, then just because he have nothing to lose, he can start to use biological weapon or and other things. But it's too early to talk about this right now. Jacob asked, what is the motive? Is he trying to get Soviet Union back together?
No, no. It's he make a storytelling about great history and Soviet Union. Let's get back Soviet Union and so on. The right reason it's just company before election. It's like гонка за президентское кресло.
It's he does this action because soon will be elections in Russia, and he needs to bring something good to the table, some victory.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why he started this war. So he's very careful about like what
His
to do
rating.
and what not to do to rise up his rating, not
Yeah.
to lose. And if he will
Because
start with chemical, he can lose his rating.
this war is really increase his rating, and he could to build new больницы, школы,
He could build new hospitals, new schools and everything, but
roads,
it's just
infrastructure, and so on. But it's too difficult to Putin. It's really much easy way to make a war, to win this war, and make increase his rating before the elections.
And why rating goes up with war? Because the Russian people, they believe that he doing something good, or like.
Yes, because Russian people, it's about 15 years of propaganda in this mind. Yes, so they have no brain, they have no own mind, and if TV said every evening during 15 years that we need to go to Ukraine, we need to make dead Ukrainians and so on. So people really want it. And if President Putin can make this dream come true, so it's a really cool president. I will vote for this president. I don't need another one.
Yeah, there is probably, I saw the statistics, like 60% of Russian people support his.
For today
war.
is up than 80%.
80%. Oh my God.
81%. Yeah.
Yeah, and these people, they are not bad. You just need to understand they're not bad. They just they don't know the truth. They think they come to save Ukrainians people, and it's this brainwash machine. It's like the weapon of mass destruction in Russia. It's a TV. They don't need another weapon, and it's so crazy because Russian soldiers come to Ukraine and they talk to their moms in Russia and they say there is no neo-Nazi in Ukraine. It's peaceful people. We come and we bomb their houses, And mother don't believe son. She said, "What you talking about? You come to save. You're probably in a stress now, She just don't listen. It's crazy how propaganda works. Thanks God, not to everybody. Those who doesn't have TV, who watch, I don't know, YouTube, or have relatives and who use brain, but unfortunately,
yes, they all are ill. They need some medical help.
Yeah, that's for sure. And you have your even friend, yeah? You can tell the story how propaganda works. Yeah, tell the story.
Yeah. I have my friend from my institute, from high school, and when this war was started in 2014, he was working at Moscow city, and we talking like 10 years or 12 years before. Every day we has call by messenger, and after 2014 we start to don't understand everyone because
each other.
Andrew called me and told me, you have rainy today in Kiev. I told him, no, it's sunny. No, I know. Our TV said me it's raining in Kiev today. Right now, it's rain. I answer him, no, Andrei, I am in Kiev. You are in Moscow. It's sun, no rain today. No, I don't believe you. It's rain. It's rain because Russian TV, all the channels told me 10 times, 50 times that you have rain today. And it's about 5 years it was needed to I can speak with them. Every month we have some call, but during 5 years he don't listen me. And after 2019 he called me and told me, you was right. I'm starting to understand something. Little part of information here, little part of information here. It's my friend that we every day was in contact, keep in touch during 5 years in high school. We live my roommate. Yeah,
Yeah, roommate.
we live together, sleep together, eat together, and
It's
so
like brother, yeah, like
yeah,
brother. So
brother,
close.
yeah. And it took 5 years to get this his mind to listen to me. And what we can say about every all another people in Russia.
The most popular propaganda in the world that Azov, see the special forces,
Yeah.
that they are Nazis, neo-Nazis, and that's why Russia come to Ukraine to save Ukrainians, to ruin their life. So what do you?
Azov, it's normal guys, not Nazis. We have no Nazis. We have разница между нацизмом и националистом. Нацист и националист. Скажи разницу.
There is difference between Nazi and nationality. I don't know. Okay, tell what.
Yeah. So we have 450 places in our government, in Верховная Рада. It's like Congress.
In Parliament. Parliament.
Yes. And only one chair. We have 450 chairs for deputy, for congressmen, like congressmen. Only one is nationalist, not Nazis. One only. And 449 another. It's even love Russia. It was before, So in our president, it's еврей, как сказать.
And our president, he's Jewish.
Jewish. So how can be Nazis in country with a Jewish president and no one Nazis in government, in the cabinet of ministers and so on. And Azov, it's
who they are. It's a
battalion from Добровольцы.
Volunteers,
yes. That was created in 2014. 14, yes.
Yeah. After Putin took Crimea, so not before,
Yes.
He didn't have them before. They was created to protect territory of Ukraine. And this volunteer, all these soldiers, they have great experience. It's the most powerful soldiers in all Ukrainian army. It's a part of our national special forces. It has government.
Yeah. But 8 years ago, it was not professional army soldiers. It was just the people who want to defend their country.
But during 8 years, they got a lot.
During 8 years, you have become to professional. Yeah.
Yeah, but who is this? It's not It's not only Ukrainian. It's Ukrainian, Russian people, Georgian, Azerbaijan. Like there is so many nations mixed. How they can be.
Everyone who wants to be a volunteer can get to to this Azov.
Azov, yes.
Yes, and большинство,
Majority.
majority of Azov is situated today in Mariupol. They
In
defend this city, but they have some people, some part of Azov near Kiev, in Gostomel, and Irpin, and so on. So it's not just one united something like отряд или какой-то, который только в одном месте находится.
Yeah, they spread their forces all over Ukraine to protect, but most of them now in Mariupol because like any other soldiers wouldn't just be able to, to protect as much as they can because they experience, like.
Mariupol is one of the most самая большая трагедия последних 80 лет, наверное.
The most biggest one tragedy all over last 80 years in a world's history.
Мариуполь находится в блокаде, его окружили и не дают ни воды провести, ни питания, ничего, как Ленинград в блокаде фашистскими войсками в 1943 году.
It's the same situation that was in Second World War with St. Petersburg for 40 days. St. Petersburg was under blockade. No way to...
In 1942 year. Дней там было больше. Там было несколько месяцев.
Several months, no delivery of water, food, nothing, And now it's the same situation repeated in Mariupol. They just don't let any humanitarian help.
Одновременно с этим его бомбят и стреляют, и ракеты.
And they continue to bomb it and,
I think it's about 20,000 of civil citizens are dead for today, for now.
Oh, Боже, 20,000.
I think it's my opinion. It's not
your guess. It's your guess.
It's prohibited to say on TV. TV official position. It's some about 2,000 or 1,000. I don't know.
No, but there is only in one theater, drama theater, only 1,500 people just from one bomb die. So it cannot be 2,000.
Yeah.
And we don't know really like how people can survive in the winter, with nothing. What is that? George civilists kill Zelensky is only way to protect Ukrainian people. Zelensky is killing Ukrainian people for help America political agenda. It's propaganda, yeah, part of propaganda.
Propaganda, it's not true. Точно так же, как сказать.
It's the same.
It's the same that we can say that Kim Jong-un go to Sun, the rocket with astronautics to Sun, and say for all other people on TV, you know why we can do this? Because we fly in night, and we are successfully coming back. So our astronautics were the first people who walk on the sun surface, and it's okay. It's the same. It's the same. You can propaganda. It's mean you can stay everywhere, every what you want.
It's just complete lie. It just don't have like one of Russian influential famous he's like actor, but active. He said we don't need to take Kiev. We just need to do cartoon about that we took Kiev, and show on national TV, and people will believe. They just need good story create about this. That's how it works,
Yeah.
They tell what they want, but it's out of reality.
I can tell some story. In 2014, I was in Turkey on a vacation, and in this hotel was no Ukrainian channels TV. It was only Russian TV, and I make mistake. I watching Russian TV for 7 days, in 2014, and they told some story about nightmare in Donbass region from Ukrainian soldiers with something boys and something women and so on, so on, so on. It was not true, but when you watch it every day, 7 days during 7 days in Turkey, I was ready to to kill myself. I am Bandera, I am a Nazi, and I need people. Please give me the weapon. I will shoot myself because I'm living Kiev and I so bad man. It's me. For 1 week only, I believe that I need to die. So what we can tell when these Russian people watch this for 12 years, starting 2008 or maybe 2007 year, when Putin had visit to Germany and starting to explain something about new world mission and so on. So it was planned 15 years ago.
If you tell a lie big enough and keep repeating it, people will eventually come to believe it.
It's
That's
one
true.
of the famous
Joseph
work
Goebbels.
of Joseph Goebbels. It's the
Yes.
best one, assistant of Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, and Putin, he researched everything. Even yesterday, I saw a video that he prepare like 8 years old boys and girls, teach them in territory that occupied by Russian. It's Donetsk and like Lugansk, Crimea. They teach children from 8 years old what to do with weapon, and he has this special. Like school where they prepare warriors, but it's children, and they do propaganda to them, and it's so easy to land on child, like they believe everything you tell them, and they believe they will, they will come to save Ukraine. And what Hitler did in Second World War, he sent at the end all these children that he has to educate for, support patriotism. It's not nationalism, national idea. He sends them to the Second World War, these old kids, to the war. And it can happen easily to Russia nowadays because, Putin, he's just, I want to call him Putler because it's how many Ukrainian people call him, because he really admire, and this example of him, like it's his whom he look for, and he have the same, school for children, and he can send them, and they believe they will come and do something good for Ukrainian people. That's the scary part, everybody brainwashed. If you were a Putin president, would you be your negotiations, and what are you willing to give up to end this war? This is your opinion as a Ukrainian citizen. Если бы ты был российским президентом, какие бы ты сделал переговоры?
Переговоры, negotiations — это переговоры?
Да.
И дальше переведи.
What
You're willing to give up and to end this war?
Чтобы ты сдался, чтобы закончить эту войну. В чем бы ты потерял, чтобы закончить эту войну? Отдал бы, в процессе переговоров?
I like our position of our president and government that we have for today in Istanbul. It's the first rule, first point, it's to make silent, no weapon, no strikes, just stop all this war, and then we will go in and something say that one, this one, so on, so on, so on. It's I really agree with this position that was for the last connection in Istanbul from Russia представители и
Representative of Russia and
representative with Medinsky in head, with Medinsky and David Arachamia from Ukrainian side. It was about, first of all, it's stop shooting, stop missiles, stop tanks, stop war. And another one, we need to roll back to 23 of February in these borders, you know. Crimea, it's like Russian, and we will speak about Crimea for 15 years, and we promise that we will not decide Donbass region problem with weapon, just only diplomatical way. And I fully agree with this government way. So I say to the same way.
You would behave the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, this question about if you were president, president of Ukraine. But you see, it's hard to negotiate with Putin because he don't keep his promises. He just, he don't.
It's another side of metal. It's another side. Who is Medinsky? Medinsky is a little person, and this made a special. Если переговоры пройдут неудачно, Путин просто отправит в топку истории этого Мединского. Он для него ничего не значит. И скажет, что он плохой переговорщик, он же Лаврова специально не посылает, чтобы всегда можно было свалить на него вину, если переговоры не понравятся избирателям. Ну, и он потеряет рейтинг. Объясни, пожалуйста.
This Medinsky, who Putin sent on negotiation, he can always say he's bad, he's bad negotiator, and get out from him and just continue war. And that's why he never sent Lavrov, because he cannot predict how, what they will do in negotiation. But anyway, he can put all guilty on not successful negotiation to this Medin. So, Denis, I wanted to ask you about, did you heard about Putin has throat cancer? No, thyroid cancer. It's here. Did you hear?
I hear about by I don't know. It's just мы видим какие-то признаки, да, о которых мы можем утверждать. Но что там на самом деле, никто не знает и никогда не узнает. Переведи, пожалуйста.
The politics of Putin, nobody aware of his health, his health issues for many years, Nobody know who managed such a big country and what his state of his health. But one of the company in Russia, they do research, and they
Да, я расскажу, ты просто переводи. То есть мы видим косвенные признаки. В его главной резиденции в Новоогарево уже 2 года строится больница личная для Путина. Да? Это первое.
Yeah, we can see some signs that something wrong with his health. In his palace, his residential palace.
Main palace, yes. Новоогарево, it's near Moscow.
Yeah, near Moscow. There is for 2 years already he built his own hospital. For whom?
Yes.
Yeah. Just
The second one is, где бы он куда бы ни ехал Путин, с ним как минимум всегда 10-12 врачей, но 3 самых главных с ним вообще всегда.
Wherever he goes, there is always 12 doctors with him everywhere to travel, but 3 the main always with him. And these 3 main doctors?
Да, это онколог, это хирург и это лор, как это неудивительно, ухо, горло, нос.
It's always a cancer doctor, treatment, хирург это будет? Who do operations, I forget the name of doctor, and one more who check nose, ears, and throat. So these 3 doctors always with him.
И тот, который онколог, он как раз профессор, недавно защитил диссертацию по теме как раз рак щитовидной железы у пожилых людей.
And
Поэтому
those
надо
who
смотреть.
is cancer doctor he has who all time assist him in every trip. He just did doctor big research work. I don't know dissertation or how it's called in English. That he about treatment of throat cancer for old aging people. So it's like his specialization, and he all time with Putin. So you can guess.
We can guess, это совпадение или нет. Нормально ли каждому из нас постоянно возить с собой 3 докторов, которые написали диссертацию по раку щитовидной? Если нормально, значит, с ним все хорошо, это просто нормально.
If you think that it's normal to travel all time with 3 doctors with you, then it's okay. But we just can guess it's not normal. If you're healthy, to keep all time to build for yourself hospital and travel everywhere with 3 doctors, at least 3 doctors. Yeah, normally it's
Yes.
more even.
And if we suggest that Putin has a limited time in his life, he's ill, he will be dead soon, that will be a normal reason in Putin mind to get something historical event. I just collect Russian lands. I took Crimea. I took Donbass region. I took Ukraine, even all the country. He really want to put his name in the history books, because what you can desire when you have all the pleasures of this world. You have too much money, you have trillions of dollars, you have 10 yachts, you have 10 palaces, you have all you want. What you want more?
You want legacy.
You can want
Legacy это наследство, да.
to put yourself in the books,
Legacy, yes. And especially in this age. So, Denis, I want to ask you about also, there was explosions in territory of Russia in Belgorod, and it was 2 explosions here. One was military warehouses, and second was oil depots. Yeah. And nobody knows who've done it. It's like very interesting. So, any comments?
Very interesting moment. It's official Kremlin. It's we have no comment about this case, about this event. Already 3 days, and it's silence. And you know why? They have 3-way, just 3-way, and all the 3-way. It's very bad for Kremlin, for Putin. So they now selecting something, one of this, maybe this, который будет наименее плохой.
Which will be the less bad for them, for their reputation.
Yeah. The first one is Ukrainian Air Forces get the strike from helicopters, it means that the Russian has no defense, any defense. It's just a simple way, just go to helicopter, fly to Belgorod, make a strike, and go back successfully back down to Ukrainian air base.
Yeah, like they don't have air defense. It looks like. Yeah?
It's очень плохо, так сказать.
It's very bad to say them that it's
Very
Ukrainian.
bad to say that. Its rating will be decrease. People will
already,
be and so on.
I just want to add, there is also big panic already in Belgorod. People start to go in a station to get oil and just get out because they start to feel like war come into Russia. How is that,
Да. Вторая возможность объяснить это, что что у них как бы произошла за 3 дня вторая случайная ошибка по человеческому фактору. 3 дня назад кто-то уронил старый снаряд Советского Союза, он взорвался, пришла детонация боеприпасов, а сегодня через 3 дня кто-то там закурил, допустим, случайно, и произошел пожар. Да,
No. Okay, English. Ask viewers as English. No, I would translate. First time it's when was weapon military warehouse. Yeah,
we're talking now
about second reason. Yes.
Second reason.
Second, how they can explain it's just accident, it's just a person factor that somebody it's fall down one of their old bomb and it blew up all the storage, and then in a few days again it's repeated with oil depots. So it's number one. Second reason how they
это
can
будет
explain.
означать, что в армии служат очень дураки и низкоквалифицированные люди, и это тоже очень плохо для признания.
It's very bad. It means that there is only stupid people in army, and this is like very bad to admit for Russian forces. Okay, Denis,
третий
and number two.
Number 3 это то, что сами русские, то ли вертолеты, то ли солдаты просто взорвали, чтобы не идти на Харьков, потому что они боятся погибнуть. Без топлива они не смогут пойти.
Third reason, it's just Russian soldiers blew up the storage, and the oil depots because they don't want to go in territory of Ukraine because they understand they will die there. And they also don't want to say this reason, So they now in problem situation.
Прошло 3 дня, у нас нет официальной позиции до сих пор. Они не называют.
3 days left, nobody do comments on that. But in the video you can see it's a Russian helicopter flying all over oil depots. So it looks like it's strikers. It's boycott. It's Russian soldiers don't want, so they do this to blow up, weapons.
Yes.
And
if we have no fuel, we have no reason to take part in the war.
And if you talk about Russian soldiers, they a lot who come to Ukraine, they don't want to die, right? When they understand that there is no Nazi, they put from their tanks, oils in the ground. They say our oil finished, and they go and give up to Ukrainian soldiers, right? But some of them, it's a very bad, stories I read, and it's like really every time make me sick because of, rapes of Ukrainian girls, like I read in Bucha, there is now Ukrainian army come there. There is not one man from age of 16 to 60 alive. They killed everybody. And five dead naked Ukrainian women was covered. They was trying to make a fire, so nobody can see, to burn them, but it just didn't have enough time. But you see these stories, it's not one case. Now Ukraine make hotline asking people to call and tell about these stories to find, who do this, because it's also war crime, to rape. And they do this, it's the scary part, they do this in front of children, they do in front of parents, just to to show that we have to conquer, Ukrainian people have to surrender, it's very bad, to even hard to talk about this. But it's some of, Russian soldiers, not all of them very good, and they come like, flowers and ready to give up. Some of them really behave like animals, I hear the conversation of Russian soldier talking to his mother. He said, I'm in a house, and very, very expensive house. I take some, like nice clothes for you. I will bring you home. Good cosmetics, Ukrainian people live very good life, not like we are, So, and the mother say, okay, take, as much as you can. And many of them, they just rob the houses, it's like really... It's really, it's not war about, only soldiers. It's like every war crime you can do. It's all, they just, I have these pictures, but I cannot even show you. How like it's you cannot see it. Cannot believe. And one of the story was that they raped one woman for several days in front of her child, 6 years old, and he become gray. After watching this, and she died because of she was wounded. And how you can call this war? What words you can use for? It's not a war even. It's like genocide, and it's Russian
It's the
people.
soldiers.
Yeah,
It's some kind of soldiers who cannot strike with forces, Ukrainian, but can strike civilians. Just for you can Google some video from Bucha, Irpin, and Gostomel. It was 1 month. These cities near Kiev was under Russian soldiers, and you can just search the video how it's как это выглядит сейчас.
how it looks now. The cities, there is like nothing left. It's crazy. It's beautiful small cities was with beautiful parks, and it's really like was
Too
very.
much people who dead people who was left in to stay лежать на асфальте просто на проезжей части. Целый месяц люди пролежали.
Yeah, I saw even like they make a hole and put many people together. They was like their hands was tied and they just kill them like like Hitler done to. It's crazy. Denis, maybe you have some positive prognosis. What your prognosis and expectations? How this war, when it's finished and how it's finished?
I don't know. We need to wait these 3 weeks when soldiers from Kiev will go to Donbass region, and it will be the biggest battle. And after these 3 weeks, we can set something prediction. We could make the prediction. For today, I don't know what we need to wait. If I suggest, for example, 2 ways. We win this great battle. So Putin can use nuclear weapon or some kind of biological or chemical weapon on Kiev or another city, maybe Kharkov and so on. If we will lose this fight, Putin will start to go soldiers to Odessa, to Nikolaev, and so on, maybe to Poland too. I don't know, but I need. I'm sure that Putin wants to Ukraine not exist.
Yeah, it's every time.
So we can win in just one way, in 2 ways. The first one, it's Putin not a president of Russia. It's a мирный путь, хороший, приемлемый, желательный. Я на него очень рассчитываю.
Good way. If he will or die or somebody will kill him or he will be not re-elected and lose his
maybe
power.
Impeachment maybe
earlier.
some protest from Russian people and so on.
Russian people will, go together and, it's a big power, they can do.
And the second way is nuclear war. And I think in this case, NATO will take part. And it will be World War III. It's about 1 week or maybe 10 days, and it will be no Russia, no Europe, no
nothing. Yeah, it's like you don't know what to hard to do any prognosis, but you don't think it will be quickly, right? But it will depends on this last battle. Yeah, you think in 3 weeks. Tyrants only respect and understand power and force.
Yeah, and we can.
Putler.
Jack is right. When Turkish fighter in 2015 for 30 seconds, 40 seconds was Russian aircraft in Turkish пространство воздушное, да? Его
In
сразу же
Turkish
сбили,
airspace.
и Путин промолчал и ничего не сказал. То есть, когда ему даешь в лоб, так вот крепко в лоб, Путин сразу уходит. Он действительно понимает только силу.
He understands only force. If you will talk to him on his language, showing your power, he will, go away. He's like, I don't know how it's called, like mafia, and his method and what he understands, it's just power. Who have more, more power, those he would listen. Like he behaved with China, yeah? He don't pretend, and don't threaten China, because he knows how China strong, yeah. So he knows with whom he can do. But there is, as I heard, there is no way exist Putin and Ukraine together, until Ukraine exists. It's all time, if he will lose, a reminder of his not power, of his lost, and it's why he come to Ukraine, because Ukraine start to grow and have this direction of in the West, and everything was great really before war started. And then he started to question by Russian people if Ukraine, like so poor country, doesn't have nothing, nothing compared to Russia, why Ukrainian people live better life, or will soon live better life. So his intention was also to destroy the economy of Ukraine, and he successfully achieved that.
There's a war not only between Ukraine and Russia, they are fighting for the future of Europe. The guy next door. Yes, I am agree. Thank you very much. It's really true. We are fighting for world peace and in Europe too.
Yeah, and we need very big support from from Europe, like in different ways, because I don't know if Europe have such a brave and if there's anywhere army like Ukrainian, in Europe to fight like our guys do.
Россиян намного больше, у них больше
Russia
оружия,
have advantage.
ниже мотивация, они воюют за деньги, причем за не очень большие, и не факт, что их выплатят, а люди наши защищают свои семьи, свою землю, поэтому у нас мотивация намного выше.
Yeah, Russian soldiers, they just come and fight for very small money. They don't have motivation. Ukrainian army fight for defend their families, their land, and they have, of course, very different level of motivation. That's why it doesn't matter that Russia have adventures. It will go. The war predict the result of war predict very hard because of the spirit that Ukrainian soldiers has. There are experts who evaluate Putin and concluded that he is a narcissistic psychopath. Psychopath. Those people never change or give up their power. Yeah. What I was talking to Denis before live stream, he said he have big hope that Russian people will awake in 2 months when their fridge become empty. Even they will be happy what they hear in TV, but because of they will be doesn't have food to eat, like many problems now in Russian economy, and they will maybe create an impeachment of Putin. That's our big hope, that Russian regime will fall down. And it's the best, solution for everybody. If I could come now, flight, I would.
Fight. Слава Україні. Дякую.
Ukraine,
Дякую. Many thanks.
Okay, Denis. Anything you want to add to the end?
I want one more time say a few words to my gratitude has no limits. It's very important your support for Ukraine and for me лично, да, как
For me personally.
и для остальных наших людей очень важна поддержка. Все страны очень сильно нам помогают, и я благодарен каждому.
All countries help us a lot, and I'm grateful for each personally.
Да, кто смотрит Аню, помогает и в гуманитарных миссиях, и нам.
Watch me, help us with humanitarian help, and yes.
Спасибо большое.
Thank you very
Это
much.
благодарность.
In English.
э,
You tired, brain already refused to work.
So many thanks, so many grateful to you. I wish you be happy and thanks for your help and for your support.
We
It's
all
very
pray
important.
for Ukraine. Thank
Yeah.
you, guys, that been with us, and I think we will finish. I hope they will glory to Ukraine. Yeah, I will finish our video with prayer songs for Ukraine, and I ask you all guys to continue to pray for Ukrainian people, and finishing this war in Ukraine. Yeah, I will do an update. I'm trying to find a song. I will do an update on Wednesday about humanitarian help with Eldar and the American man who is volunteer in Western Ukraine helping, with this humanitarian help. So see you guys on Wednesday. Thank you, Denis. Yeah, thank you, Denis, for being today our guest. Yeah. Okay. Bye. Kiss you.
Bye.
Kiss you.
Bye,
I
guys.
kiss you. I kiss you. Kiss you. Want to hug you.
Yeah. Пока.
Bye.
Bye.
Минає час, минають дні, і змінюється все навколо, та тільки Бог, Господь святий, не змінюється Він ніколи. В одну хвилину може Він змінити все в нашій країні. Господь, благаємо Тебе, даруй спасіння Україні. Боже, Україну збережи, Господи, помилуй грішних, змилуйся над нами і прости. Молимо Тебе, Всевишній, і від ворога нас захисти, бо без Тебе ми безсилі. Господи, зміни все навкруги, дай спасіння Україні. І як на силу спостерігать, якщо людей отак вбивають, коли жива людська душа, вже зовсім цінності немає. І як же нам тут далі жить, і нашим дітям в цій країні, якщо не вступишся, Господь, загине наша Україна. Боже, Україну збережи, Господи, помилуй грішних, змилуйся над нами і прости. Молимо Тебе, Всевишній, і від ворога нас захисти, бо без Тебе ми безсилі. Господи, зміни все навкруги,